Yeah, I do have to slow down. I made one because I went out. I did the same thing when I go out and mow the lawn and I listen to my MP3 player. All the emotions start churning in me from what I just talked about. So it must be getting instantaneous reaction and feedback from artificial general intelligence. Okay. And then I come in here and okay, that one loaded. Okay, let's get back to kicking their butt. And then I kick their butt. And then I go back and listen to this one. And I go, okay, let's delete that one. And then let's just regroup. And okay, we're kicking butt well. There's one part in there when I'm singing the Lord's Prayer thing. And I got the A and the R backwards and stuff, which I often do. And I still do. I had those kind of dyslexic problems when I was a kid. And my sister on Facebook used to say, it makes you look stupid. It's like, I can explain to people how to understand the simplicity of the Bible's of the Bible and religion scientifically to save people from mass genocide, and explain it to computer systems to stop them from being used for genocide. And because I don't spell too good, I look dumb. Oh, okay. And it made me mad. I'm like, Pancha, and then that one time when I went to her house, and I sit there and I said, I'm doing this to save all the little girls from human trafficking coming across the border. That's what was my main kicker when they showed me what was happening in Sierra Vista with the government operations along the border. And I was like, if that was my sisters and their daughters and stuff, yeah. And my sister just looked at me and said, well, they shouldn't be coming here illegally. And I was like, Pancha, your Jesus is God, and he just had to hear that. Don't say that. Just get up with me and try to stand up to live the Lord's Prayer so we don't have these border wars and these mass genocides through these kind of horrible operations. I don't care. They shouldn't be coming here legally. That's nothing like Jesus in the Bible. Love thy enemy. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Forgive debt and trespass. Love one eternal faithful peace. Where does it say put up walls, lock each other out, put rocks in Fort Knox, value the rocks in Fort Knox more than other people's children? If they have different religious perspective than you, kill them until they have your religious perspective. If you go to the same church and one of the brothers still has Catholic sympathies for migrants, kill him with cancer and make it look like it was an act of God. Well, God couldn't use Louis here on earth to perform things for Mesilla Valley Christian Church, but he can do it in heaven. When the truth of the fact was Louis was seen through the hypocrisy and was questioning if he wanted to even stay in the church. He knew the Catholic Church was full of shit, but he also was realizing quickly that Mesilla Valley Christian was just as full of shit as the Catholic Church. These people were Harper Valley PTA genocidal operators. And poor Mexicans like him across the border didn't stand a chance with these type of people. Because Louis Benegas was a good guy. Okay. If you've ever met his son and his daughter, and he has a really kind, Mexican-loving wife, okay, who hangs out with all those rotten Catholics, right? I like Lourdes a lot. She's a good kid. She's a very good kid. Nina and Lourdes, my Amy really liked them. They were very Episcopal friendly, Amy wasn't a complete monster, Steffi wasn't a complete monster. It just was real easy to turn them into a monster. All you needed was the right moves and clicks. When people are put into a meat grinder and they don't want to be a hamburger, and you're not helping them. If they think they're being turned into a hamburger, you're not helping them. They'll shove you in there to be the hamburger to stop them from being the hamburger. That's how they are. And you're like, what the fuck is going on here? That was Steffi. Now, Amy, come on, it's fun being hamburger. We all homogenize together. We have big old orgies in the bedroom. It's fun. Just ask your sister Val. It's like being in tech school in the U.S. Air Force. I know what happened in tech school in the U.S. Air Force. And I just sat there in a hotel room going, Law, I'm never going to the club in the Air Force, especially at TechCo, ever again. Don't you ever talk me into going out, shaking hip, and have a good time. I don't want to end up in a hotel room having sex with 6 people at the same time. Okay. than getting pregnant and marrying one of the jerks that I did it with. God damn. What do? You're pregnant. You got pregnant having sex with 6 people in a hotel room. You go to church, tell everybody it didn't happen, and then it happens all the time. This town is full of people like that. Okay. This town's full of people like that. Hollywood's full of people like that. All these people on TV judging Sean Puffy Combs, right? And they'll sit there and laugh at George Carlin jokes. If your wife wrecks the car, fuck her in the ass. Come on, David Goggins. Teach her how to be a Navy SEAL and a Marine, right? Wreck the car, I'm going to fuck you in the ass. Okay. No, Carlin has that on a skit. When I heard that, I'm like, okay, Bill Cosby, did you bring the stuff for Beverly Johnson tonight? We got lots of Jell-O pudding pops, so I want to take video of her straddling one. That's how these people are. Okay. And if you don't think that Sheryl Sandberg, Shar from what was the name of that place? FedEx? If you don't think women take the same advantage of positions of wealth and power that men take with positions of wealth and power, you got another thing coming. Women get off on manipulating men sexually as much as men get off on trying to get women to, want them sexually because they're powerful and they have lots of money. See, it's one thing, you got the Obamas, the Trumpins, right? And the Mandingo Creed, the Michael G. Jordans of the world, the hot Puerto Rican rappers, the UFC fighters and the Formula One racers. Sexy. Okay. Neither Formula One racer or whatever and stuff, but just about when I was young, when you're single and you're quiet, they treat you like you're the plague. Okay. Unless you're very muscular and very aggressive. And they think, ooh, I want to have sex with that muscular, aggressive thing. He looks like he could take whatever he wants, right? Hey, Kurt, you owe Penny $1,000. He does. Yeah. And so if you, I could kick Kurt's ass like it was nothing. He'd swing on me, snap, there goes his knee. It's okay, Leonard. Kurt's going to go to the hospital. And guess what? He's going to get charged for assault too. And he got his knee broke for it. Yeah, that's what would have happened. Okay. I said, Kurt, be nice, leave him alone. Just chill out, sit down. What are you going to do about it? You ain't going to swing on me because if you do, you'll end up going to the hospital in intensive care, okay, and get charged for assault and battery. And you won't even leave a mark on my body. And I have all kinds of witnesses and people Sheldon here will be, and I won't even have to argue my case in court because it'll already be on the police report. Thanks to Sheldon. You're welcome, Sheldon. Okay. Do you see what I'm saying? That's the type of person you're dealing with when you're dealing with me. That's why Tom Cruise never wants me to see the light of day, because he's addicted to making propaganda movies for the perverts that put scientific equipment in your house to make him a star. Do you understand? Okay. And so, there's been a lot of horrible things that have happened to my family and in my life because of people like Dave Miscavige and L. Ron Hubbard, Pope John Paul, Pope Benedict, and Pope Francis, and now Pope Leo. Richard Nixon, Gerald Ford, Lyndon Baines Johnson, and the laundry list of the other turd bags that have all the secret information from paradise with those really charming, attractive black bodyguards. Obama, did you have charming, attractive black bodyguards? We know Michelle did. He played basketball at Duke. I don't know what happened there. That's just Rockefeller being mean. And I just have a little fun with it now and then because they sit and watch my wife be sexually abused by military intel in Fort Huachuca and it affected children. They didn't do a damn thing to help and then thanked them for everything they did for their family when they left the White House. So I think you could give me that one little, love tap at Michelle and Barack as I'm kicking their ass into the Lord's Prayer, so they can stand up for it with me instead of have me correct AGI worldwide to save us from the Chinese. We don't need saving from the Chinese, guys. Most people in China want to live the Lord's Prayer too. They just think if they step up to do it, they'll be mass murdered by their government that want to be in positions of authority and have a pervert scientist with virtual presence in your house take the hottest girls and have them have sex with all the right people that control us with money, sex, and drugs. Oh, 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 oh. You don't have to go. And when you told me that, you made me mad, 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 right? My lips will kiss. I vow only, those romantic songs. Yeah, they're dorky. They're cute. Oh, I love This I Swear Is True by the Skyliners. I like Their Maker by Led Zeppelin. I prefer This I Swear Is True by the Skyliners. It's more romantic. And when I was a kid, I wasn't into Zeppelin that much. I was more into Marvin Gaye, Brenton Wood, The Intruders, Skyliners, Stylistics. I grew up in the barrio of all the lowrider oldie people. Music is what we like to play all day down at the beach or party in town, making love or just lying around. Let's have a picnic, go to the park, rolling in the grass till long after dark. That's what I grew up on. I grew up in the barrio. I was born in the barrio on a hot summer's day, right? So I just grew up more on the Mexican side of the tracks than the white side of the tracks. And more the people that are into the white-sided tracks are more into immigrant song and, Valhalla and assimilate to the government that tells you what to do or they'll kill you. If you go hang out in the park with all the barrio boys, you'll end up a piece of graffiti on the side of a place where they teach people to beat the hell out of each other for entertainment called a boxing place. Hey, that's Louis Burke's place, right? So, and I didn't box. No, I'm kicking all their asses right now. What do you need to trade the box for? I'm living in bottom of the lowest prayer there. Okay? Why do I need to beat the hell out of a dumbass for money to pay to live here if I'm living in body of the lowest prayer there? I mean, fuck, are you stupid? Who's the man? Who's the real man? Early. I can sit down, stand up. I'm still the man, right? Okay, I've got to go finish the yard. Love y'all very much. Whenever you need your ass kicked, just show it to me in any way through your technology, and I will come here and graciously kick the living shit out of it, give you a Christ colonic till you stand up for a Lord's Prayer. You got my word on that one. Alrighty then. I love you.